What's up? Hello, how you doing? How have you been? I know it's been a while since I recorded. I've been struggling mentally, bing, but I'm coping well. This is my friend Angie, Energy Feature. Energy Feature, but she's been there for me during this rough time, and many other people online, both online and physically. So thank you for all the support. Sijaoga, so comments fupi if I look like, yeah. So we've been talking about kids' mental health. I know May was mental health awareness month, and it ended, but that doesn't mean that the talks should stop because mental health continues. Mental health happens every day in our houses and outside our houses. So if you've been following, we've been talking about kids' mental health, and on the last episode, which is today, I'm supposed to talk about how we can, or what we can do so that we can avoid kids growing up as dysregulated adults. I know, okay, we can only reduce the numbers. I don't think we can completely cut off mental health issues, but I believe that if we take these particular steps, we could be able to reduce the if a kid grows up as an adult and they feel dysregulated, they will be able to manage their emotions, because that is the tools and skills that most of us lack. And that's why tunajipata wengi wetu we commit suicide, because we don't know what to do. We weren't trained on what to do when we feel like that. We just grew up having been provided with the basic needs: food, water, shelter, clothing, and school, and they forgot the emotional side. So for starters, one of the things I think that is important in reducing the numbers or raising up kids that will grow up as adults who can manage their emotions is us. If you are a person who is not yet a parent but aspires to be one day you hope to be a mother or father, the best thing you can do is work on yourself. So that is one. Work on yourself, because we tend to, at this age, for example, we youths, we tend to be all about chasing the bag, and we chase the bag and we say we don't want our kids to lack the things we lacked while growing up, but we forget the mentally, emotionally, and spiritual side. Most of us don't work on that, so we only chase the bag, and by chasing the bag only, we will become like our parents who just provided for us without caring for emotional needs. So the best thing you can do is work on yourself. How do you work on yourself? There's plenty of resources online. Heal yourself. I know healing is a journey. It's not like a destination. You will always be on that journey. But as you look for money, also tend to your spiritual, emotional, and mental needs, so that you'll be able to be at a place where telling your kid I love you comes naturally. You don't force it. When you're angry at your kid in future, you won't feel like you have to shout and then later apologize. I know it could happen, but working on yourself is you being at peace with yourself, knowing your emotions, knowing your triggers, knowing how to manage your emotions. And you can get how to work on your emotions online. This is one of the YouTube pages, so stick around if you want to know how to manage your emotions, so that when time comes, we are mothers and fathers and caregivers, we will be at peace with ourselves. It will be so easy to be kind to our kids, to not shout at them when they do the pettiest of mistakes. Yeah, you get me? So that is one. Work on yourself right now that you are not a parent, but you're aspiring to be one. In case you forgot, we make these beautiful bottles for house decor. We can also decorate your whole room if you want us to. So if you can link up with us, you can drop us a comment on the YouTube and then I'll reply. So that was a commercial break. As I was saying, if we don't work on ourselves right now that we aspire to be parents, when we get there, we'll repeat the cycle our parents did to us. You will first of all be regulated yourself, and you haven't handled your emotions, you don't know your triggers, so you will repeat the same mistakes your parents did with you, not being emotionally available to you. How you treat others is a reflection of how you feel inside. So if you're already a parent, if you're already there, do not think I've left you out. It's not too late. I've started with those who are not parents yet, because I know it's easier for us. As a parent, I know you have a lot of responsibilities. You have to go out and work. You have to take care of your kid. but still, it doesn't matter how old your kid is. It's not too late to practice kindness to them, to work on yourself, to just spare some time, either at the end of the day or when you wake up, to just talk to yourself, ask yourself how you're feeling, to practice telling your kids you love them, to practice withholding your anger or postponing it when you feel it. When you feel like kuita mtoto wako mjinga, you can still practice it. It's not too late for you to practice withholding anger or postponing, or how to manage your anger. And as I've said, there's plenty of resources online. This is one of the pages, so stay tuned if you want to know how to manage your emotions. The other thing I think, and this is in my opinion, it might cause controversy, but I'd say 3 is, let's get kids for the right reasons. What do I mean before you throw stones at me? Like, for example, Africans, let's stop getting kids because we think that the kids will grow up one day and they will save us, when we are old and we no longer have the strength to work, and tunazaa watoto wakuja tusaidie. It's a wrong reason to get kids. So that's how we find that some kids are pushed to do things that they don't feel. It's not their passions, it's not their values, just because a parent gave birth to that kid so that they can help them in future. Like, just get kids because you want to, because you feel like you can love them, Those are I think for me are the right reasons to get kids. But if it happens that you get kids maybe without you planning, like we like to say, then work on loving that kid for who they are. See them for who they are. You yourself, you'd like someone to love you for who you are. So why would you love your kid because she's talented, she's bright in school, and that's why we discriminate kids, because we want to put our passions into our kids, and when they don't behave how we want them to, we become too harsh towards them. So I've said, do not get kids so that they can help you in future. Also, do not get kids because you think time is running out. Like, that should not be the only reason you're getting a kid. Do not get a kid, especially women, do not get a kid to tie a man down just because you feel like you want to get married to that man, and you think a kid will make the man stay there with you. That's a wrong reason to get a kid, in my opinion. I'm saying in my opinion, because that's how we find that if the father of the kid decides kuruka your ball, some people become angry towards the kid when we project the anger towards the kid, when in real sense we had issues with the issue was just between you and the father of the kid. Men, if you know you will not raise a kid, stop sleeping around, or better, use protection, because it's actually disorienting to many people, the fact that they grew up without fathers. So if you do not want to take care of a kid, stop sleeping around or use protection. It's just as simple as that. So what do you mean by working on yourself? What can you do to work on yourself? So first, learn about emotions, what they are, and which parts of the body they manifest themselves in. For example, sad, happy, joy, both negative and positive emotions. Negative and positive in quotes, because all emotions come to us to communicate something. And so if you learn, for example, if it is sad, you'll be knowing I'm feeling it in my chest, so that is sad, etc. And then after learning them with their labels and where they manifest themselves in our bodies, you can then learn how to manage them, release the negative ones, negative in quotes again, like for example sad, anxious, and if you learn how to manage them, you'll be at a better place where you control your emotions instead of emotions controlling us. So 2, you can learn about love languages. Yes, I said love languages, and I know when we say love languages, we usually think, but especially you'll say, but I'm single, why should I learn about love languages? So remember, here we are talking about kids. Kids are humans, and every human has a love language. And there are 5 love languages. If you would like to learn more about love languages, there's a page in Instagram. It's called the 5 love languages. And if you don't know your own, you can also Google the 5 love languages test, and you'll be able to see it there, and then you can take a test. So why should you learn love languages if you're a parent or you're aspiring to be a parent? because these are kids and they are humans, as I've said. And love languages do not come about when you are only in a romantic relationship. They start way when you're young. So when you learn the love languages, you'll be able to love your kid in the right way. And we do not mean that because your kids' love languages will be quality time, that you should not like look into the other love languages, but you'll know where to put your effort correctly. You know, you could be doing a lot of effort to someone, but because you're not hitting the spot, you're not hitting their love languages, it could not be touching them, it could not be hitting home. So learn the love languages: quality time, words of affirmation. For example, I noticed with my younger brother, he's in high school and he likes to draw, and whenever he wears something or buys something new, he usually comes and asks Fei Nakaj. And you know, you can tell that this kid's love languages is words of affirmation. They really want to be seen and to be told compliments. You know, if he draws, he comes and shows you, and when you tell him, oh, umechora poa, he feels good. So you can also take a quiz test for your kid, because they don't know themselves much. So you can also take a test for them and be able to learn their love language. Another thing that will be helpful if you learn, if you're an aspiring parent, and if you're aspiring to be a parent in future, a caregiver, you know, or you're already a parent, is somatic releases. What do I mean? For example, you can learn breath works. So what should a kid do, for example, when they feel anxious in the stomach, when they feel heavy in the chest? You know, how can you help them release that emotion so that it doesn't store itself up in the body and then later comes to affect them. So if you learn things like that, it will be helpful. It will be a helpful tool that you can pass down to your kid. Yoga, for example, exercises, you know, all those are kinds of somatic releases. Another thing you can do to work on yourself is maybe go for therapy. There are different types of therapy: talk therapy, CBT, cognitive behavioral, there's trauma-informed, there's somatic therapy. All those are types of therapies. Different therapies have different purposes. So if you can afford it, I'm sure you can know where to go. If you can't afford it, there is like free therapy tools and helpline numbers. For example, what is it called? Total Wellness offers free therapy. Maybe I'll put the number on the screen so that anyone who's feeling like they want to speak to a professional therapist will. Yeah, so those are some of the things that you can do to work on yourself as you prepare to or it doesn't matter whether you want to be a parent, just for the sake of your own peace, because they say a healed person heals others. Yeah. So ciao, I hope you've really learned something on this episode. Let's meet in the next episode. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and please share, because this is information that you don't want to listen to on your own, because we want the world to be a better place, and how better than to just share this kind of information. Thank you for your continued support. Bye.